took it home. This is Blondie. I think you guys met her on my feeding video the other day. She belongs to Gretchen, one of my clients, and she's down with me until I go home. I think Blondie is 6 or maybe 7 years old this year. She was bred by my friend Amy in Chattanooga. She's a wonderful horse. Her sister is Duchess and her brother is Ringo. She is just really cool. But I want to talk to you about what's on her head. It's called a halter. It is what we use to lead a horse, kind of like you would have a collar or a harness on a dog. We have the lead rope clipped here to the bottom ring, and the lead rope is what we hold to lead the horse around. Currently she's on cross ties, which are these ropes that come out of the wall and attached to her halter. So you can see the halter has lots of rings and clips to clip things to so that we can keep her safe. Typically where a horse's head goes, their body has to follow, so that's why we lead them by their head and not with a collar around their neck. We start teaching horses to lead when they're little bitty babies and they're not very big. They can't pull us around, and then usually by the time they're adults, they're happy to follow us where we go. I'm going to get her tacked up and then put her bridle on. I'm going to show you guys the difference between a halter and a bridle. Okay, so now Blondie has her bridle on. You can see it looks a little bit different from the halter. It's got some extra parts and pieces. The first thing you probably notice is that she has a bit in her mouth. That's the metal thing right here. The bit sits between the teeth. So where the bit sits in their mouth, there are no teeth. I'm going to try to show you. She's going to be really unhappy that I stick my fingers in her mouth though. So if you can see, she's got teeth in the front, and then there's teeth behind that the bit there, but the bit sits on top of her gums and over her tongue, and they don't mind it. They get used to it. That's what we use to steer, stop, go. And she's making faces because I made her so mad. So the bit is our first line of communication to the horse. Horses don't have to be ridden in a bit, but it is a traditional way to do things, and it does allow us a little bit easier communication with them. The bit is attached to the reins. The reins obviously come back to where we're riding, and we hold the reins back here. And that's kind of the steering wheel for us, stop, go. The other things that the bridle has that the halter doesn't is this brow band goes across the forehead, keeps the bridle a little more secure. And then this nose band goes around their nose. Blondie's is not tight. Sometimes they have to be a little snugger depending on the horse. It's all a lot of personal preference. The bit is held on by cheek pieces, which attach to the crown piece, which is the part that goes up over her ears. This is the throat lash. Again, it helps keep the bridle on the head so you don't get in any bad situations. Throat lash should never be done tight. We do 4 fingers. The nose band is generally done at 2 fingers. And yeah, that's the bridle. One of the important things about the bridle is that we never want to tie a horse up with it. And then we have to be very careful because there is a bit in their mouth. If they get hooked or caught on anything, or you saw that she just put her head down to rub on her leg, she could very easily put her foot through the reins, and then her head would be stuck down and she could panic very easily and break her bridle. And we try to take very good care of our horses and our tack so nothing gets injured or broken. I meant to tell you guys earlier that Blondie's color is called champagne. So you might see a yellow horse like this and think it's a palomino, but palominos are the same yellow color, but their mane and tail are white. Hers is obviously darker or matching her body. She's the lightest champagne color horse that I have had, so she's a little more palomino in coat color. The rest of them have been a bit more orange, but you can tell she's champagne because she has these light brown